Hello, my name is Nayan Kasiredi.
Hello, my name is Darshan Haribabu, and this is Wicket Wonders.
So today we're going to start off talking about the India versus England game. It's currently been 3 days and India has a lead of 96 runs and they're batting on 90 for 2.
Yeah, at the end of day three, it's a even contest, and England scored 465 on day two, and India at the end of day three got to 90 for two. It looks like both teams, the run scoring has been high, and it's really interesting to see how it'll play out days four and five.
So one point I wanted to bring up was, do you think it's a really flat pitch because both teams are batting really well? Or is it still like challenging and the batsmen are just like playing the new ball out?
Yeah, I think it is a kind of a flat pitch. There's a little moisture under it, gets a little green. But compared to the other grounds in England, this seems to be flat because we've seen past tours scores of 200, 300 being good, but now we're seeing 450 plus being scored. So I think the pitch is really flat. The batsmen still have work to do, but it is like helping them, and bowlers just need to hit a hard length. That's when they'll be useful on this wicket.
Okay, so now I think we should talk about the selection of the team. So looking at the India team, they picked Shardul Thakur over Nitish Kumar Reddy. Do you have a reason why India went with Shardul Thakur?
I think India needed a extra pace bowler in the attack. That's why they went for Shardul Thakur. We saw from the Australia series last year that Bumrah was a vital bowler and he bowled a lot during the series, but he had injury concerns and maybe his workload was a little too much, so they needed someone to fill in. And Nitish Kumar already did that, but he just wasn't that effective with the ball, so maybe they needed someone more effective. So they went with Shardul Tagore. But his figures were 6 overs, 38 runs, and he wasn't proven to be effective.
If you look at the overs that everyone else bowled, everyone's overs was 20 plus, and Shardul Thakur just bowled 6 overs in the game, which shows that Shardul Thakur's effectiveness is really low if the pitch isn't doing much for the fast bowlers, which is why I think Nitish Kumar Reddy should have been included in the squad. Because if Shardul Thakur only bowled 6 overs, Nitish Kumar Reddy could have bowled the same amount of overs and maybe bowled even more, just because he bowls faster than Shardul Thakur, and I believe he's more accurate as Shardul Thakur relies more on variation. And on this type of pitch, variation doesn't make a difference, which can be seen with his economy.
I think if India wants another bowler in there, they should go for Kuldeep Yadav or Washington Sundar. Because we saw in IPL, Kuldeep Yadav was really hard to play. He was getting the ball to turn, and his economy was really good as well. So Kuldeep Yadav could be more than just like a second spinner. He could take five first and then help India restrict the England score. So, what are your thoughts on um England's batting innings?
England batted really well, but one concern that I had was India's bowling during their innings. The only bowler that stood up was Jasper Bumrah in the second day. Even the third day, he had to come back to clean up the tailenders. But what I saw from Bumrah, he was creating the opportunities. And the other bowlers, they're very skilled bowlers. It's just they don't create the opportunities which take the wickets. They're mainly focused on just bowling the good balls, which England are like used to.
Yeah, I think everybody else is just gentle medium pace. But Bumrah really gets it to nip off the pitch. That's why he's been so effective. He had three drop catches in his bowling, and then he got a wicket off a no ball as well. So he could have had nine today. It just shows how effective he was.
One thing I also wanted to bring up was about Prashid Krishna. Like, has Prashid Krishna really proven himself in like a domestic level cricket in order to be in this level?
I think he has. I think in IPL he bowled really well, hard lengths. Even throughout last year in Ranji and in first class, he's been bowling good in test matches as well. He was a bit expensive.
A bit is an understatement. He went for 128 runs. That's a lot.
But how do you win test matches? You win them by picking up wickets, and he picked up three.
Yeah, but like he didn't do any. But England still managed to score 465, which is a formidable total. And one thing that I was surprised was not seeing Arshdeep Singh in this mix, because I pick Arshdeep Singh over a majority of these bowlers except for Bumrah.
Yeah, Arshdeep Singh, he's good with swing. He bowls well with the new ball. I think he could come in easily for Charlotte Thakur, even Prasidh Krishna, and maybe we'll see that change in the second test.
Yeah, he also brings the pace and he creates wicket-taking opportunities, as he's usually targeting his stumps, which we could see in the IPL. And he's a left arm seamer, which India is lacking in the squad except for Jadeja.
Yeah. They only got one spinner turning the ball away from the bat. Maybe they should have one bringing it in, just like Ashwin. They needed Washington Sundar is there, but it's hard to replace Ashwin. But I think he should get a go in the squad.
I think Jadeja shouldn't be part of this team. Jadeja is still like a great player, but just like what he's bringing to the table, he hasn't been up to the mark recently, whether that be batting or bowling.
Yeah, Jay's recent form hasn't been the best. We can't take away what he's contributed to Indian cricket.
Not gonna lie, I don't care what he contributed. I feel like it should be based on like normal form. Like let's say if Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were in this team, then the team would be 10 for 2. But because they weren't there, the team scored 471. What are your thoughts on excluding these players?
I think on a given day, anybody can score. Anybody can take wickets. It's class that's permanent.
I really wanted to talk about Ben Stokes bowling. Ben Stokes has been bowling really well as he took 4 wickets and he led the bowling charge for England. But what do you think about his workload? Him being the England captain and being a vital batsman on the team? Do you think it's like safe for him to bowl this many overs?
I think it's fine. I haven't seen him around in like a year, so it should be good. Ben Stokes coming in, bowling, batting. He only scored 20, so I think it's fine as long as he's contributing. He's the one who knows his body the best. So whatever decision he makes, England team should just trust that.
I also wanted to talk about India's team again. What do you think about Karun Nair coming back after I think 8 years and scoring a duck?
I think Karan Nair, he should definitely be in the team. He's scored throughout first class cricket and Ranji and in the ODI format, and he's done it over the past 5 years or so. And then just one duck doesn't define him. I think India should at least give him 2 tests to see what he's capable of and see if he performs.
Also, I wanted to talk about the coaches and the selectors and their choice to make Rishabh Pant vice captain. If you were a selector or a coach, would you choose to make him vice captain? But also considering that he had a very poor IPL season.
I think Rishabh Pant vice captain. I would rather give it to KL Rahul, even Bumrah. But I think the reason Bumrah didn't get vice captain, even captain, is because he has even in we saw in the Australian tour he only played 3 tests, and in this series as well, I think he'll play 3, maybe 4 tests. So you can't have someone vice captain or captain that's not guaranteed a place in the squad with injury concerns and is straining the body.
Also, I wanted to bring up another topic. What do you think about Shubman Gill's haircut?
It's looking good. Got the nice burst fade.
I feel like when he has like a lot of hair, it kind of looks like an afro, and he like gives off like gay vibes. Like when he speaks and like the way he just like plays.
There have been certain rumors on the internet speculating about his high pitched voice. I think he should go to a therapist, work on it a bit, and prove the haters wrong.
What do you think about what do you think about Shubman Gill dating Sachin Tendulkar's daughter?
I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah. A one-star batsman's daughter dating another star batsman. We've seen this before. In your personal life, perchance?
I don't know.
We'll have to find out soon.
We'll see.
Okay, so to end off the episode, we gotta bring up one more topic. And I really wanted to focus in on the spinners. Do you think Jadeja's gonna be effective on the 4th and 5th day?
Jadeja, let's see. The wicket might tear up a bit, so more spin is on offer. So I think, yeah, I don't think he took much wickets first innings for India. Yeah, so I think to be effective, the pitch has to do its work. That's only when he might come good.
Also, I wanted to bring up one more point. In test match cricket, do you think it's like more valuable to keep bowling a good ball and being like hit for runs, but having a higher chance of taking a wicket, or consistently bowling maiden overs?
To win a test match, you need wickets, as I repeated before. So I think you should really look to get that stock ball. Even if you get it for runs, set that trap, get him nicking off the slip.
What I would say is maiden overs create pressure. Drop balls are creating the pressure. By having a lot of maiden overs in a game creates pressure on the batsman to try and score runs, and that pressure can always create wickets. I feel like cricket is more of a game of how you're gonna handle the pressure and how you're gonna apply the pressure towards the opposition. And if you're not in control of that, then you're always gonna be dominated.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, it sure is going to be interesting to see what goes on day 4 and 5. I hope to see some exciting cricket, and good luck to you teams.
I signing off.